Obviously, with the tours now, you've done them so many times, you've told all the stories of Goodison. It's so historical, isn't it? How does it look when you're then changing that to like a brand new stadium that has no history in it yet?
It is, I mean, that is one of the most nervous points, I think. It puts the pressure on, and I do always think about my nan and living up to her legacy and making sure I fill her boots, and I never will. But as long as that passion is there, and obviously I'm putting 100% and more in, I think, you know, it will hopefully project the best work for the club. So I'm currently tour and commercial events manager. Started off as a tour guide, then went into coordinating tours and events, and then now I'm managing it all. Okay, we're ready to go. Just mind out for those new extra ones on yours. Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. All okay? Yeah, welcome to Goodison Park, the home of Everton Football Club. I will give you a heads up, there is a lot going on today, ready for preparation tomorrow. So there's a lot going on in the stands, a lot of filming going on. So I'll hand over to Mark and then we'll start our tour.
Good afternoon, everybody.
How many tours has there been today, genuinely?
11 today.
And what time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah.
How many more is there today?
We've got 4 more, but they're all big ones. So we've got Legends Tour later on.
Yeah.
A group of 105 coming in later on. And then we've also got Irish Toffees coming. It's been busy. It's been a complete upgrade from previous seasons, but we kind of expected it, but nothing like this.
You are a fan first and foremost before you become what you are now at the club, aren't you?
Yeah, you're passionate about the football, and then it's just a dream to have a job here as well. The Dixie Dean Suite, the most expensive lounge here at Goodison Park, but the only thing you can't pay for at Goodison Park is a bit of leg room. We squeeze you all in. So joined at 16, tour guide. Spent a few years just as a casual tour guide, a couple of weekends, and obviously the tours that we're running now, we were way off back then, so to see it develop is huge. Then Susie took me on as a full-time member of staff, so got a bit more into the nitty-gritty of things, organising, the admin side of it, the boring stuff probably. But at least you learn how things run then, like you don't just turn up and deliver, like there's a bit more in depth to it, so that was really interesting, and I just knew this is me for life, this is where I want to be.
I noticed you sat in your season ticket for the last time recently.
Yeah, I did.
Shall we go to the seat? You work most games, don't you?
Yeah, every game.
Okay.
So I had to put a bit of a request in to say, can I have the day off and actually go as a fan? I've got a season ticket, and obviously my friends and family will use it. And, I just wanted to experience that full fan element of it. So I sat with my mum and dad for probably the final time of Goodison.
Wow, okay.
We come in, gate 69.
Yeah.
Always come down here, up the stairs. And I think the steward's been the same on there since I started going.
Right, okay.
Come up here, take it in.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're a little bit late, so we're probably humming Z cars at this point.
Okay.
There's about 8 of us all together, and as
Yeah.
it's grown, there's been more of us that come to the game, and they're scattered across Park End and main stand.
Okay.
But funny enough, when we first came, we were a bit late, so they just came in, sat in the whichever seat that they could get to, and even though their season tickets seats on their cars will be somewhere different within that area, they'll sit in the seat because we won that game.
Oh, okay. So you will never actually sit in your seat?
In my seat now. Sit the row behind.
Okay, then show us where you actually where you sit then. Oh, nice.
Spot on here. It's not too bad.
You've got a very good view, actually.
Yeah. So my nan sorted these tickets out for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so she did all right.
Tell us a little bit then, because everybody has the affiliation with Everton and we all have our family connections, but for you it's a deeper level, isn't it, really?
So Lily Barnes, I mean, there's not many people that don't really know who she is. She was a legend within herself for me, but actually I don't think until she passed away in 2023 that she actually touched so many people, like the stories that she told and the connections she allowed people to make with Goodison and Everton's history. You know, we'll come down to Goodison and people will be like, oh yeah, you okay? Oh, I remember you. And It was just a beautiful way of seeing her connection with Everton, and I knew that I wanted that as I grew up. So she had faith to bring me in when I was 16 and never left. My 16th from my 18th to my 21st to graduating, everything has been spent here. I've grown up here with my nan. When she passed away, I knew she would want me to carry it on. She left big boots to fill and we'll never fill them.
Yeah.
But to carry that legacy on and continue to do her personal touch on work that she really had. So taught me everything I know. If I don't say that, she'd absolutely be turning in the grave. Swing around to the Gladys Street and you've got just under 10,500 stalwart blue-blooded Evertonians. Where all your singing will start from on a match day. Might learn some new words on a match day down there as well if the referee ain't doing too good.
Have you felt like a sense of unease at the idea of leaving somewhere so familiar to go somewhere completely different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be positive and I want to be really excited, but there's just that emotion that's pulling me back ever so slightly.
Yeah. Obviously, with the tours now, let's be honest, you know everything like the back of your hand, really. Like, you've done them so many times, you've told all the stories of Goodison. Are you nervous about having to learn a brand new kind of like, and how does like a script, because the tour, it's so historical, isn't it? How does it look when you're then changing that to like a brand new stadium that has no history in it yet?
It is, I mean, that is one of the most nervous points, I think. But our history has started and we carried on. We talk about Anfield and our history of how we formed and St Domingo's here, and that wasn't here. So we can talk about the history from Goodison at the new stadium. There's no fear of that, and it's definitely something that's my priority. I'm just hoping that we make more history so we can continue that. But yeah, there's so much history within the building of the dock and everything that we've done to secure the land, and you know, the team that have done that, they've given me the fun bits, shall we say, and that's forming the script at the moment. So it'll continue, the whole journey, our timeline doesn't change from the past. It's just each corner of Goodison has a memory or a fun fact that's happened. New stadium, they're the kind of things that we'll have to bring to life in technology, new media, things like that.
I'd tell you one big difference, your step count's going to go right up, isn't it, working here?
Massive. I think it's going to quadruple, never mind double.
Are you excited for the move? You love Goodison though,
I love Goodison, yeah. I'm so excited, but I just don't want to let it go. No. And I know at some point we're going to have to, and it's just general progression, and I'm so excited that it's never going to happen again in my lifetime. And how often does your club get to move home as a fan, never mind as a career stepping stone and a project like that? So I am excited. I'm nervous because everything I've always known is Goodison, so it's such a change. But I do like a challenge. It's the uplift and the complete different mindset of we need to get that little bit more ambitious and driven commercially as well. So, and the scope to do it is here. We've had that mindset at Goodison, but there's been restraints, and that's why the outgrown element of Goodison breaks my heart, but it is the truth.
Yeah. So far, it's early days. What is your kind of favourite part of the new stadium for you personally?
I haven't really established one yet, but I am a bit favourable to, this probably gives to my old school nerdiness, the hydraulic tower. There's always that little bit of heritage that I like and that authenticity, so maybe it's a bit of the Goodison going with me. I like that there's a story here already and we're delving into the story. You know, like there was a story at Anfield, there was a story why we moved to Goodison, and you know, we have outgrown Goodison, and moving here is part of our progression as a football club and a business. But there's also a bit of heritage and there's a good storyline underneath it as well, and they're still a part of the fabric of the city. Doesn't feel real, you know, that this is ours.
Feels like a big time dressing room.
It's a big time, yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I just feel like in a football club, you can have people who don't support the club working there and do a really good job of what the club needs. But I think there's certain roles where you just need to love the club. And I just feel like your job is that, and you are that person, to have that and to have, you know, being such a family thing for you as well, as we touched on. And I'm sure that's been passed down, that kind of passion for it. I just think we're really lucky to have that and not just some generic kind of tour guide in place.
Yeah, I mean, thanks.
Yeah.
No, I think you are right. Like, there's sometimes probably not being a blue, keeping your head out of the game might actually level you out in some roles, but this one I think you've got to understand the fans, you've got to understand the values of the club. It's quite easy to put on an event anywhere, but if it's got that brand attachment for Everton, it's got to mean something for the values of the club and the supporters. It also hurts because you've got so much passion towards it, you just want to make sure it's the best. So even when we deliver something really good and we get good feedback, I'm still wanting to be like, what's next, what's better? And we have had tour guides in the past, part of my team, that aren't blues, and their knowledge of football was incredible. So I don't think it's essential, but it's definitely a part of the business that it helps with. I mean, just to be able to have that shared knowledge, they're sharing their memories with you, you're sharing stories with them, and all of a sudden it's such a more personable experience, which I think this club projects. If I wasn't in my position and was a fan and someone was doing that job, I kind of think, what would I want them to be doing for us? What would I want them to be doing for the club? And I try and step away from the role a little bit if I can and visualise it. Honestly, I do not take a day for granted here working for the club. Like, it's so special. It puts the pressure on, and I do always think about my nan and living up to her legacy and making sure I fill her boots, and I never will. But as long as that passion is there, and obviously I'm putting 100% and more in, I think, you know, it will hopefully project the best work for the club. And do like my nan and my family proud. That's all I really want, and to do the club proud as well by the fans.